Hello, and welcome to my podcast. Whether you're walking to work, having a cup of coffee, or just taking positive vibes, join me as I share timeless wisdom and practical tools to make your life better. Hello, my friends. How are you all doing? How are you feeling? And how is your week coming along? I just want to again thank each and everyone who comes and listens to these episodes that I put out weekly. And I'm so grateful that I get to share life with you and share wisdom and share the practical tips that I learn. So I hope that you are doing well and you are proud to be on this journey of self-development. And so today I want us to talk about the art of self-compassion, or just self-compassion, because my group of clients or my group of friends who we hang out and talk about life told me that at times some of us feel as if we don't deserve good things in life, and I know that it's common and we beat ourselves up. But what my friend also mentioned is that she's now learned to forgive herself, and I just thought that I should share deeply on self-compassion. So welcome, and let's dive into today's episode. So here's the deal. Sometimes you're going to show up as not your best self, because sometimes you're going to say you don't deserve love or you don't deserve good things. And sometimes you're going to say something that's going to hurt your confidence, like, I just can't do it. Or even sometimes you're going to say something that hurts your friend's feelings. Sometimes you're going to discuss something you shouldn't be discussing. Sometimes you may forget someone's birthday or not follow through on something you told a friend, and so you feel that you've let them down. And sometimes you may let your clients or your students down, people that look up to you and admire you and are inspired by you and are disappointed when you're not perfect. And you become disappointed when you mess up. And what I know is that we get afraid that there is something wrong with us when we're not our best self. We feel bad for things that we've said or we've done, and so we immediately try to hide or to make it better and fix it. But what I've learned is that it's okay to feel as if we suck at times, and embrace being self-compassionate for being human. And I want each and every one of us to understand it's understanding that life is a contrast. And you feeling as if you don't deserve good things in life, as if you don't need to be happy, it's part of the 50-50 human experience we all signed up for. But then should it be a habit that we keep on practicing? I think the answer is no, because as I always say, it's up to us to ask ourselves, is it serving us? And I know this journey of well-being and the journey of personal development is tough, especially if you've been doing it and at times you feel as if you're slacking or you're not perfect. But what you need to embrace is being self-compassionate. And I just want to define what self-compassion means. It means that you offer understanding and kindness to others when they fail or make mistakes, rather than judging them harshly. And when you feel compassion for another person, rather than just mere pity, it means that you realize that suffering, failure, and imperfection is part of the shared human experience. Like, you understand, because I am human and I'm going through failure. You get to embrace other people's failures because they're also human. You get to also embrace the imperfection. And I know it's hard, but self-compassion is the tool that we need to embrace. So self-compassion involves acting the same way towards yourself. When you're having a difficult time, when you fail, or notice something you don't like about yourself, instead of just ignoring your pain, and you stop to tell yourself, this is really difficult right now. And in that moment, you ask yourself, how can I comfort and care for myself? For me, that is what self-compassion is. And I think this is what we all should practice or should cultivate. Because as I've told you, it's okay to feel like you suck. It's okay to feel like you're not good enough at times. It's not a bad thing, because it's part of the human experience. The human experience is a contrast of both the positive and the negatives. So here's a secret I'll share with you. You will have negative thoughts daily, but to create the art of self-compassion, you have to not resist or fight these negative thoughts, but choose to relax into it and be kind to yourself in spite of these thoughts. And I just want us to understand what self-compassion is, because we can say that we have learned to know that we deserve good things, we deserve a good life, but we really don't know how the art of self-compassion is cultivated. So that's why I want us to dive deep. So I want us to embrace graceful thinking. And this is a high vibe response to your negative thinking. And what I mean is that having negative thoughts like something is wrong with me and I don't seem to get what I want in life, bad things always happen to me, I don't deserve good things, I don't deserve to be happy. It is finding yourself, you're adding layers and layers of negative thoughts and beating yourself up, and this will create low vibes or the low feelings, which then will translate to you feeling terrible and creating a negative reality that results in feeling like there is no hope for you, or like there are no possibilities in life. And I know that because I've been there. At this moment, what I know is that for you to embrace self-compassion is to say that it's okay, because it's part of the human experience. It's okay because I'm human for me to at times have these negative thoughts. But what I know is that if you continue fighting these negative thoughts, instead of being kind to yourself, then you will be stuck in that energy. And what I want us to train our brains to do is not to add this extra resistance, but to simply have self-compassion or graceful thinking. So let me give you 3 steps of cultivating self-compassion, or 3 steps that we should practice every single day to cultivate self-compassion. The first step is allowing. So I know for some of you can have gone into that point where you don't have the steps or these practical tools that will help you walk through or navigate through your negative thoughts. And you may also, I may leave this with you, but you may not practice them. So don't beat up yourself if you don't, because this is a new habit that you will be trying to create. This is change. And remember, our brains are wired to be in that state where they embrace the familiar. So just remember that this practice takes time. It may take 2 years for some. It may take 1 year for you to really have it with you, so that you can know, this is my tool. I need to pick it out when I'm going through thoughts like, I don't deserve to feel good, I don't deserve to be happy, I don't deserve to be here. All those thoughts around not being enough, all those thoughts around self-worth. So I think, as I said, the first step is allowing. Anytime that you feel negative thoughts coming through, and this can be caused by even someone else telling you, you're a bad person, you don't deserve to even be here. So I want you to learn to relax into your negative thoughts. And when you're in a state of allowing and you have the thought, I don't deserve good things, you simply notice it. And you might say something to yourself like, isn't this fascinating that my brain just went there? Like, my brain is just doing what a human brain does. My brain is just scared. I love my brain anyway. And I'm not going to fight this thought. I'm going to allow it. And I'm not my thoughts. So anytime you find yourself that you're in a negative space, or you have those negative thoughts, because as much as some of you have got into the healing, as I've told you, you have to keep on practicing for you to create change, or for you to create a new behavior. So you might find yourself also getting other thoughts coming through. So this is what you do. The first step is you allow, and you tell your brain things like, if thoughts come like, I don't deserve good things, you just simply tell your brain, I love you, I know you're scared. You're just doing the familiar, what the human brain does. And I'm not my thoughts. This practice will definitely let you relax around all of the negative thinking. And there's also no drama here. There's no resistance. There is no fighting. And within that space, you can just relax. And all of a sudden, life becomes enjoyable again. You can breathe. You can enjoy your life with the negative thoughts floating around your brain. And I think that the best news ever, I think that this is the best news ever, because you're going to have negative thoughts, and you'll understand that it's part of being a human. So also, don't be in a hurry to change your negative thoughts, because it means you are resisting the feelings that come with negative thoughts, mainly fear or anxiety, feelings like shame, guilt, just sit with them and relax in them. Admit that your brain is just scared and you love your brain a lot. Okay? So the second step is embrace forgiveness. And I remember the group of women or the group of clientels or the group of friends that I hang out with. The one who brought this up said that nowadays she embraces forgiveness, or that she has learned to forgive herself because now she knows she deserves good things. And I was so happy, and like I was filled with joy because forgiving yourself for having negative or these crazy thoughts is amazing, because a lot of us outside here are beating ourselves up for our own thinking, and it's like beating up a child that just doesn't know any better. Your brain is just doing what your brain is designed to do away with pain. And if you want to manage your brain well, you can't be in a fight with your brain. You cannot have a lot of resistance around your brain. The way to change something is to first accept it as it is. And forgiveness is one of the most amazing gifts that we can give ourselves. And when you have these crazy thoughts, I want you to say, I forgive my brain for doing that. I forgive myself for being human, because there's so much grace in being that way with yourself. So just remember, it's all about allowing for the negative thinking and forgiving yourself for the negative thinking also. And the last step is step number 3 is to shift. What I mean by shift is to shift your thinking. To these more empowering thoughts, to something that feels a little bit better. And I don't want you to be in a hurry to get there. Remember, if you're in a hurry, it means you are in resistance. You don't want to feel the feelings. And what we are really after is resisting, or it's releasing the resistance. Sorry about that. It's releasing the resistance. It's not even about thinking or our thoughts. It's about the energy. Because our energy is what attracts what we want, and the actions that we take, and also the results that we create. And so what I want us to do is practice. When we have crazy thoughts of, well, this might not work, we immediately go to, but if it works, I don't deserve good things, or I don't deserve happiness. I want you to immediately go to, what if I do? You see? Isn't this fun to consider, guys? Like when your brain tells you you're probably going to fail, you immediately went to, but what if I don't? What if I don't fail? And what if it's okay to fail? What if failing could be a beautiful thing? I like to think that everything that shows up in my life is my teacher. It's here to teach me something. And the successes, the failures, the highs and the lows, all of them are my teachers. And I want to be open to all of it. I don't want to resist life any longer. And what I mean is, I don't want to resist my brain. So I feel like for most of us to live a beautiful life, we have to allow ourselves to be imperfectly human and cultivate the art of self-compassion. Don't beat up yourself. Allow it. Okay? Forgive the negative thoughts. And finally, shift to empowering thoughts. And I'll tell you, this is the secret. Do not resist the crazy brain. Don't resist what life is handing you, but practice self-compassion and graceful thinking. Allow your thoughts, forgive yourself for your thoughts, and then shift them. So till next week's episode, God bless, sending you love and light your way. Cheers, my friends.